I want a boyfriend. That's the 21st time you've said that today. You know, you've been counting them all. If you want a boyfriend so badly, why not just date someone from your own kind? That would be easier, right? Plus, aren't all the dragons in your race just super handsome guys? The worst she can say is no. The girl I like. Me going to confess my love for her. If she says no, go for her sister or cousin. Okay, did it, and my sister agreed. Bro looks like a pillow. He will be soon. In the 2015 film Jurassic World, Chris Pratt's character carries this stainless mole in 1895. It is the only version on their website, rated for a T-Rex. Works too. I shot a T-Rex 2 days ago. Dropped like a sack of potatoes. Still don't know why it was carrying a bucket of candy though. Causes too much pain and agony. Don't know why it's so popular nowadays. I'm just going to use toilet paper. What are these things called? I kinda want one as a desk toy. They are called women, but they are not for sale I think. Mine dried dude like a succubus. Archer. That mother ducker came and went. Here is a code that only parents will know. Jayam from Bibaya. Oh, I thought for sure it was. Give yogurt an improvement to make father hard. Really need big instrument between yearning asshole. My mom used to make me crush Viagra into my dad's after dinner yogurt, so he would feel up for banging her up there. But after they thought I went to sleep, I heard everything. Been using the same one for 4 years. I don't know what the big deal is. Bro, her room looks good and feels safe. Waking up 12 hours later in her Hello Kitty bathtub and you're missing a kidney. I thought the G-spot was where all the homies hung out at. I mean technically it is depending how you look at it. Black fight back. Brown lie down. White good night. Source: American Police Training Handbook. This is what the Mona Lisa would look like today according to AI. The Moaning Lisa. My batchmate is getting married next month to our professor. Campus placement for real. What would you do in this situation? What the duck are we meant to do? I will not die virgin, so I will rate the nearest person to me. She shows up for blind date. What do you do? Put candy in her bag. Guys, he didn't ghost, he was just dead. I feel so much better right now, like RIP, but thought it was an issue. So, he did ghost you. But they'll allow China to do stuff like this? Nope, no pass from me fam. Why'd they censor his face? There's more. China is wrong for this. Ohio forever. Give him a rap name. 21 Sandwich. My husband just walked in, told the dog how cute he is and how much he loves him, held his face in his hands, stared into his eyes, and gave him 4 head kisses. Then left the room. I'm sitting right next to the dog. Have you tried being really happy and excited to see him, jumping up and down and wagging your tail? That shit works. I basically do this in human form anytime my wife comes home, and she adores it. It works. I duck her leg when she walks in. Nothing like coming home to the lipstick out. Hey Morty. Morty, look. I turned myself into a pickle. I'm Pickle Rick. Morty, I need you to put me in your ass. Put me in your ass, Morty. When you mate with shorter people, you're potentially saving the planet by shrinking the needs of subsequent generations. When you mate with anorexics, you are preserving the world's food supply. A Fans Wednesday Adamster 2 has gone viral after social media users noted that it looks more like Samuel L. Jackson than Jenna Ortega. That's not Wednesday, that's Black Friday. Day 1209 of not using sin, cos or tan. I mean, you probably had Shrek said in school, yet here we are. Listen up team. I'm sending you on Earth, but without wings. So no one suspects you are angels. I saw an angel eat a child. I live in Ireland, so it shows a painful lack of awareness when a tourist orders an Irish car bomb. seemingly without even a tiny bit of questioning of why it may cause trouble in certain parts. Heard a story of a couple of Americans ordering that at a little pub. Barkeeper raised an eyebrow, said he can't do that, but he'd make them a special drink. He put down 2 tall skinny shot glasses, filled them with Bacardi 151, and lit them on fire. Said we call that the Twin Towers. The 21-year-old cashier at Bass Pro Shop watching as I place the cheapest shotgun and a singular shell down on the counter. Why not get the most expensive one that you have to finance? I mean, it's not like it's gonna be your problem anymore. Bubble butt, bubble, bubble, bubble butt. Oh no, I'm being crimed. Please help me, Spider-Man. In Avatar, The Way of Water, 2022, multiple characters state that the way of water has no beginning and no end. This is true, seeing as the movie has no ducking plot, character development, or clear beginning and end to the story. I want to duck the blue people. There, I said it. Don't feel bad, that's pretty much the entire plot of the first movie. The best Halloween costume of the year. His arch nemesis is Legs Luthor. Canada has free healthcare, just ship him off to there and we're good. It's cheapest to put him in cargo, so let's do that. What's he gonna do? Walk out? Hi boss. Yes, I'm pregnant. So, I would need a few days leave now to discuss this with my boyfriend. Please approve my leave. Please first discuss this with my wife. She read your first couple of messages. And why can't you type all this in one message? Win-win. Either the boss approves leave or the boss is too busy getting divorced to care about leave. Strategic masterclass. I would like to thank you for this great video, as my brother had been disabled for 20 years and he suddenly walked after watching it to disconnect the Wi-Fi and damage the router. If I broke my hand, would you beat it for me? A mouth can express more feelings than a hand. Here's your 1000-year empire, bro. Hopefully updated the ovens. Search human centipede eating scene movie. Better hope I'm not the one in the back here. I'm a bit of a freak. Sleep while she stares at you for $2 million, or marry your third. I'm ready to invite her to my bed. Smash. Next question. When the quiet kid and the weird girl have common interests. I guess force choke is useful in the bedroom. What is this gesture/pose called? I wanna look up some references, and that's easier if I know the specific name for it. I believe it's called touching tips. New. Band names in the 60s be like. Take a word in the dictionary, add the in front of it. Therapist. Women have read it. What are some tips on eating pussy? Harder is not always better. Start soft and then maybe add some pressure if your lady friend wants it. Start like a butterfly landing on a rose petal. Finish like a bulldog eating porridge. Edit. Holy shit. My highest voted comment ever. Best advice my stepmom ever gave me. Apparently, due to Chinese censorship, bloods in anime will be recolored into white to make it not look too graphic. Girls in puberty versus boys in puberty. Influencers are tattooing their pets now. That's not mildly, that's put these mother ducker in jail. Infuriating. Why? What's wrong? It completely ruins the taste. 2 slices of pizza are the equivalent to swallowing 3 spoons of warm oil. Do you feel like eating pizza now? I've swallowed worse warm fluids. Guess what? If my mother aborted me, I wouldn't have known, nor cared. Amazing, isn't it? If you get murdered in your sleep, you wouldn't know or care either, right? I fail to see how that justifies anything. Are you attempting to justify murder? They had Shreks the moment when they arrived on college campus, didn't they? They tried, but Candace kept interrupting them, so she can snitch them to her mom. I feel like a 69 with Phineas would be lethal. Your Reddit username is how you died. How did you die? My uterus will explode. I believe it's in the title somewhere. What's the worst thing to say to the person next to you at a urinal? Sword fight? Your username is now your pornster name. How successful is your OnlyFans? OP's penis. Unsuccessful. Whatever happens to Emmas? Where did they go? If your social group is defined by a suicidal nature, don't expect it to last a long time. What's the best thing to say if your parents walk in on you jerking off? Oh, that's crazy. I was just thinking about you too. Who definitely are you not having Shreks with? I'd like to say Bill Cosby, but I'm not sure that's entirely up to me. Considering how many fingers there are in the world, 80 billion, and how many sharp objects exist, it's surprising there aren't more severed fingers casually found at random. It's because I'm eating them all. Casual Shreks implies the existence of ranked competitive Shreks. Oh no bro, I'm getting 2v1d. Why were you bullied? Having big boobs in middle school. Same. But my mum always said I was a beautiful boy. Hello, what minority are you? I'm interested in calling you a slur. Are you autistic? Which fictional character would you totally bang? Your girlfriend. I once had a brother-in-law who had his eye removed so his partner could duck the socket. He passed away from repeated concussions. The worst thing about this is that after I divorced his sister, when Wal did pass away, he left his eye patch to me in his will. Greg will not stop referring to his testicles as Gregsticles. How do I discourage him from this behavior? Greg has been muted. Why is 69 afraid of 70? Because they once had a fight in 71. Sorry guys. 70 is a rumored cannibal, but no can prove who's 78. 78 my ass. Biting equals air jail. Next bite equals cooking pot jail. Boys, you mean Shrek's toys that are rude and don't even vibrate? No thank you. Whatever, fleshlight that cries. What's the worst lie you were told as a kid? My mom would always tell me I was the easiest physical birth out of all of the kids. I felt proud until at the age of 18 I was told I was adopted. What's the worst thing your partner can say after Shreks? You're bigger than my dad. You're not as big as our dad. Looks like I'm bigger than both you and dad. Wait till I tell mum. 5 grams protein. Are you crazy? 15. Any ideas on how to make this mob grind look more aesthetically pleasing? Make a second one next to it. What's the best comeback to I slept with your mother? My mom is a pile of ashes, but still the wettest pussy you have ever gotten. Amazon products you need. Does it come in black? Why? Because it's cheaper? Nah, it's so you don't notice the bruising. I was gonna say something messed up, then realized I've got nothing to top that. Like holy hell. 99.9% of men masturbate. The other 0.1 lie about it. Some of those 0.1% have no arms. What the duck is wrong with you? Those men have sympathetic moms, you know. Paul McCartney, vegetarian, 80, alive. John Lennon, meat eater, 40, dead. The facts speak for themselves. I don't think a cheeseburger shot John Lennon. Nice drawing. Did you know, if you eat enough human flesh your body will start adjusting to your change in diet and your body will start eating itself, because it thinks that you're eating flesh. Drawings. Thanks for letting me burn eyes balls. Y'all, I just saw a furry in real life, I'm not even joking, oh my god. As a nation, am I allowed to cook it? I heard about beating your meat, so I punched my penis. Did you defeat it? Some of y'all's kids got some big ass heads. My little cousin head is crazy, not gonna lie. Knack holder worded this way better. Desrecipient accusing only TF2 weapon names. Don't say babyface blaster. Don't say babyface blaster. Don't say babyface blaster. 15 minutes a day can teach you a language. What can 15 minutes of social media do? Teach you racism. Your ass can produce all states of matter. To the best of my memory, my ass has yet to produce plasma. If you have a lower GI bleed, you can crap blood, and technically, a component of blood is called plasma. My boyfriend ran off with my mum, 44, when I was in hospital having our baby. I'm an atheist, but even I had to visit a priest after some of these posts. I wish people clapped when I did my job. Damn morgues. Nothing stopping you from making some cheeks clap. How to knock someone out. Thank you. My grandma never stood a chance. How it feels to chew 5 gum. I mean, he's not wrong. She donated 30 inches of her hair to make wigs for children with cancer. Now some poor kid has to be a ginger on top of having cancer. Picture of me 5 minutes after lost my virginity, true story. Your uncle is a good photographer. It has come to my attention that some of you don't know my English teacher in high school was my own father. On the first day of classes he said, "I want you all to know I'm only sleeping with one of your mothers. This is my villain origin story." Forbidden sushi. Not even Superman himself could pull my tongue out of Lois Lane. Hope your family sees this comment. What would your mom say? What's the worst thing to say to the person next to you at a urinal? Nice watch. I can ruin this with a single comma. Nice watch. Why is it easy to stay thin in Japan? That's easy. The last time there was a fat man in Japan, a whole city disappeared. Kang nonchalantly asking if he's killed Ant-Man before because he doesn't remember due to the sheer number of times he's killed Avengers is probably the most intimidated I've ever felt about an MCU villain, lol. I'm glad he's black. I want the comic world to fear Nas same way I do. But we are siblings. Isn't that weird? They're still my number one obsessed couple to this day. Too bad their relationship is way too rushed in the anime. Same, I like these two. It was picked up by the most unlikely creature imaginable. A Redditor. Halloween 2019. My Superman and his Supergirl. You didn't think this couple's costume completely through because Supergirl is Superman's cousin. My 5-year-old is obese. I have to lock her out of the kitchen. Move the kitchen upstairs. Do you know why I pulled you over? Yes ma'am. Clears throat. Around 55 accounts of arson. Around 350 of engaging in police chase. Around 100 accounts of fraud. Around 15 accounts of identity theft. Around 150 accounts of grand theft. Around 400 accounts of vandalism. Around 50 accounts of impersonation. Around 1,500 accounts of treason. Around 15 accounts of forgery. Around 10 accounts of extortion. Angry woman cuts off man's penis for not making eye contact during Shreks. Go easy on her. When you got to the restaurant with your mom and there's a discount for couples. Been there. Good morning to whomever has been enjoying my coffee creamer all week. Surprise. You've been drinking my breast milk. Hope you've enjoyed. Cheers. He probably seasoned his wife's ass before eating it. Is this physique attainable at age 81? Bro has more abs than years to live left. Add the word Shrexually at the end of a sentence. Let's see how weird this gets. I'm hungry Shrexually. What would you like to eat Shrexually? You can choose a superpower, but the first person to reply can choose a side effect. I'm black. It's the 1700s. You get pushed into 2030 for 10 minutes and you get one Google search. What you looking for? Winning lotto numbers from the last 7 years. Brazilian fart fetish porn. What's a country you have zero interest in visit? Australia. Why are the kangaroos so jacked and the spiders so big? Wait till you see a big kangaroo and a jacked spider, or a big spider jacking a kangaroo. In high school I was having Shreks with my girlfriend at her parents' house while they were at work. We hadn't quite got to the climax per se, but we were naked on the bed. Boom. Her mom comes through the door obviously sad, sees us, and walks to her room and starts crying. Turns out her grandpa had just died, and her mom came home to break the news. I could only just leave. Your grandpa died. So did my boner. Thanks, Janet. That's for jump rope exercising. But plug tug of war. The family barbecue is gonna be fun. Dungeons and Dragons introduces its first canonically autistic character. The player. Would you rather become twice as strong when both of your fingers are stuck in your ears or crawl twice as fast as you can run? Imagine how scared the women will be when I chase them at night at 60 km/h on all fours. When you're new to a game and your level 100 friend gives you some of his gear. Usually, what game? Afghanistan. Bless Jack Sparrow. Since no one has credited the original artist, one day people will say, is that an original Wizard print? I named my dog 5 miles, so that I could say I walked 5 miles each day. Today I ran over 5 miles. I ate 5 miles. Bitcoin ain't the only thing going up. Sperm cost is skyrocketing. Your balls are a gold mine. My sock's net worth is higher than Ellen's. Dear men, what the duck do you want for your birthday / gifts in general? Head. It's her brother's birthday. Bro thought I gave him an apple. Give him the hot chip challenge. Lying with statistics. We interviewed 1,000 people that had played Russian roulette before. 100% of them survived the game. Conclusion. Russian roulette is completely safe to play. Why are they set up like bowling pins? This kid had lost his dad in the crowd and freaked out until he saw the Flash and Wonder Woman. He went up to the Flash to ask for help because he knows him. Then they pointed and laughed at him, pushed him to the ground to take turns farting on his head. Kid later died from severe pinky shaking my head. Never forget. Be immortal. Any pet you have lives as long as you do. People with a brain. Then you get hit by a car the next day and poor kitty / doggo gotta follow you. Idea, Tinder but for fighting. You swipe right on dudes whose asses you wanna kick, and if you both swipe each other, you gotta fight. I think there's already a dude app, but you fight without pants. Mummy Pig has announced that she is pregnant with her 3rd child, and I'm announcing that the kid is not mine. Mummy Pig has been given 2 hours to move her shit out to our house. Whoever she's been ducking is a dead man. If I was Walter, I probably would have accidentally saved Jane by licking all of the vomit out of her mouth like a dog drinking water. If I were the president, I'd publicly execute you. We were so poor growing up, my dad had to keep my sister pregnant so we could have fresh milk. Those times were crazy. Especially when she had to keep having miscarriages so we could have red meat. Guys, how do you pee with a boner? Just crack it like a glow stick and you're good to go. My brother's SO, who hasn't seen Star Wars, baked him a birthday cake. The force is strong in this one. The force has 4 intensity settings. Are you open? Read the sign. Close D. I'll have a Krabby Patty Deluxe and a double chili kelp fries. The most accurate picture of the retail industry. The creator of Nutella, Francesco Ravella, has died on Valentine's Day at the age of 97. I wanted to ask him why the N is black. These ties actually saved our date night. That meal's a little cannibalistic. White people, all black people look the same. Also white people. I don't remember a Hannah looking the same as Mike Tyson. You sure about that? Katy Perry is set to go to space with an all-female crew on Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin rocket. R.I.P. Katy Perry, she went out like a firework. Sounds like a plot of the worst movie ever made. We had Ocean Gate, now time for Space Gate. Is this like when all the billionaires went down in the submarine? Will this lower grocery prices? The commissioner, signal looks strange. That's my dentist's signal. Time for a cleaning. Now I want to see what his urologist call sign is. What's a fact? That makes you uncomfortable. We'll start. Your bones are wet. There's a moment during the cremation process when the meat is perfectly cooked. Since hot dogs are basically just pureed meat stuffed inside an animal intestine, a hot dog doesn't stop being a hot dog even after we eat it. We just become the new hot dog casings, and that makes us, in a way, hot dogs as well. I turned 18 and my dad kicked me out cause I made a free OF on my B-day. Pin of shame. Legend has it, if you put a straw up its nose you can slurp its brain. My partner just had Shreks with someone else for the first time ever, and I'm overwhelmed with joy. We've been together since high school. We've talked about this for a year. I was more reluctant, and after lots of long heavy talks and some soul searching I started facing my insecurities and codependency. Sunday was her first date with another guy. I felt so happy for her, and tonight she had Shreks with him. I was more nervous of what my reaction would be afterwards. But when she came home those worries melted away. It felt great to bask in her glow. I'm overflowing with joy. There will be work to be done, and not easy time, but man, this feels good. I'm so excited for this new journey and chapter in our lives. Send your old lady over to my place, I'll fill that cum dumpster to her gills with baby batter, since your Skeeter Peter don't float her boat no more. Bahahaha. People who design bus seats. Look mommy, the seat is the galaxy and this spot is the Milky Way. Mom, it's just cum honey. Would you rather live in AOT 94%, live in India 6%, dying to monstrous creatures in horrific living conditions, or fighting titans? You can make the scar even more realistic by ironing that part of the skin. What was your craziest first date? Invited a Colombian woman on vacation without meeting her first. Now we are getting married. The user who posted this tweet is now charged with murdering the woman in question. Tips Fedora at non-binary cutie. Mthd. I rather be called a slur. What happens after weight loss? Do you think if calories screamed when you burned them, you would be more motivated to exercise? I would. I rewatched the Bee movie. I knew the movie itself was a meme, but my god, I can't breathe. That one didn't age quite so well. I haven't seen the movie myself, but from what I understand a bee ducks someone's wife. Titanic will be added back to Netflix on July 1st, featuring 5 new characters. I don't know how to describe it. Come on, get him, he wants to leave without paying. Taking your son to a strip club. This is how I got my name. I'm gonna Shane Dawson that cat. Damn. Smash. Wah. Gotham police when I told them Joker isn't bulletproof. He's white, therefore bulletproof. It's hard being short. 5'3" as a boy here. Stalin was short. That didn't stop him from committing G-sides. You can also be a role model. Anastasia Night death. Anyone know where they buried her, bro? The Mayfair in my hometown ran a pizza chain as a front, and it got so popular that the head of the family just stopped doing crimes, and they do pizza full time now. Breaking bread. Bro, I remember when minorities were 2.99. Like, mon Lego, what the duck is this $5 bullshit? That was the 1800s, my guy. Bro, arm looked like a weak spot in a zombie game. Instead of who's your daddy, I accidentally said how's your daddy, and we put our clothes back on, discussed her father's diabetes. Sugar daddy. If you get caught masturbating and you stop, then you're just the guy who got caught. But if you keep going, then the guys who caught you become gay for watching. Success is all about finding the hidden advantage in a negative situation. Tony Robbins. I got a girl pregnant in high school, so I told my parents I was getting bullied and we moved. Inseminate and relocate. Release the white and leave the site. Hit the seed and then proceed. Release the load then hit the road. Release the goo then yabba dabba doo. Put the genetic information and leave the nation. Nut in the cooter, escape on the scooter. I think it is so cruel that there is not a fast-acting antidepressant. I think it's called a gun. Here, I saved you the pink one. Eats the pink one. Okay, what do I do with the crayon? This is the baby you're calling racial slurs and names, by the way. He started it. Someone woke up and chose to make this abomination. Enemy point of view? Name something a woman can do better than a man. OnlyFans. Being pregnant. The janitor trying to stop me from taking a shit in the school sink. You've just been kidnapped. You're in a moving vehicle and not blindfolded. What do you say to your kidnapper? Thank you. It's been a long time since I feel that I'm wanted by someone. A Shrekshals unzips penis. Instead of saying I can't, you should ask how can I? How can I kill a child? My mom hooks up with my friends. Hey man, I'm sorry to hear. If you need a friend to talk to, got you. Things you can say in both math class, bed. I swear she said the answer was 18. The sister who cheered before disappearing is such a mood. My name is Oliver and I'm currently having a shit. Needless to say, your name shook me. Your coolest sister in the world. Can I borrow $20 cash? Sure. But I'm gonna call you a broke bitch and spit in your face. Yikes. I can pay you back Monday if you wanna duck to night shower. Giving diamond head. Owning a dog while going to college. My friend got a dog in college. Bad move. People fed it beer and it ran face first into a wall and tore its ACL. The Walmart employee trying to stop me from unvirgining the virgin oil. These kinds of questions are what got JFK killed by the CIA. That's how I want to go out. Getting blown in the back of a convertible. That day, everybody got some head. Everyone behind the car, at least. My aunt is a real nurse, and she was telling me how many unassuming people go to the ER for jamming random stuff in their holes. Stuff that subsequently gets stuck. There was this one story of a guy who somehow managed to shove an entire onion up his ass, and then he got it stuck. Herself and a doctor had to cut it out piece by piece while kneeling, and as they were cutting they were crying because of the fumes, lol. When I was younger I saw someone eat a pigeon at my dad's wedding. And I would do it again, should circumstances allow. Can I get one unhappy meal? With a side of large fries and a Diet Coke. Best typo of the year. Chapter 8. Beethoven's later years. In the years after Napoleon's rise and fall as Emperor of France, Beethoven was in a flurry of musical writing. Being dead did not stop him in the slightest from recovering quickly and going on with his music. Sure, it was much harder, but he got through it. He's my favorite classical decomposer. With her, for example, I would hooked up. Everything is beautiful, natural, without false eyelashes, inflated lips and makeup. Natural beauty. Charlie, this is King Louis XIV. Duck. The first guy to dunk in this league is going to be a legend. Me obliterating my son after he gives me a drawing of our family instead of map to unlimited beer and money to gamble with. Wait. H has in hawk and hawk to spit on that. Thang. I bless you with an curse that makes you stub your toe at maximum strength daily. How do people just have a lawyer handy? Like when someone says I'm calling my lawyer. If I say I'm calling my plumber, it means I used him once in the past and liked his work. It doesn't mean I have him on retainer. Similar thing with lawyer. Oh, so you think just because your shit is so big you will cancel and call off the party just like that? I don't think so. Brenda, pass me my phone. I need to speak to my plumber. What is the first thing you would do if you woke up as the opposite Shreks? See how many grapes I can cram up my new vagina and then squat somewhere and pretend I'm a frog laying eggs. Mom jokes that are actually correct. Thanks, I hate this joke. My husband and son getting competitive while playing games. Husband said I ducked your mom. To which the son replied I have been deeper inside her than you'll ever be. Father, son, but you're adopted. Son, I know. Roses are red. I'm experiencing nostalgia. Cow caught casually eating snake in Outback Australia. Outback Snakehouse. Before meth I had a daughter. Now I have a prostitute. Even if you pay her, it's still incest, you sick bastard. Funny. Amputate my arm and fist me with it. We have a guy in our city who sits in downtown's busiest park, fills his mouth with bird feed, and allows the pigeons to eat out of it like a bowl. Oh hey guys, we found patient 0 for bird flu. I thought I was the only one. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. But he ended up blowing our load. I don't know the lyrics. When the plus-sized baddie with an immaculate face card goes on a weight loss journey. Bitcoin 2008. LeBron James reportedly only lasted 45 seconds in bed with SCP-1471. I'm the first of my bloodline to read this sentence. And possibly the last, be honest. Unzips pants not on my watch. My period is synced with your uploads since 2022. I don't know if that's good or bad. Drew good menstruation. That means that you and Drew ovulate at the same time. Mogun? Yes, Minecraft. Isn't that Mojang? No, that's a Chinese table game. Girl, that's Mahjong. Tell your dad I'm stuck under the sink trying to fix my pipes. Also tell him I will be assuming the feline position and will be hot and ready like a Little Caesar's order. Manjeet found his true love in Canada just a week before his student visa expires. Two guys can duck her at same time and never meet each other. If you're 28 plus and a man is taking you to Red Lobster as a date, then you need to reevaluate the kind of men you're dating. If you're 28 plus and you're still evaluating men based on where they take you out to eat rather than the quality of time spent, you need to reevaluate your life. This is one of the reasons why men don't date anymore. I'm 85. I'm telling you I would completely suck a cock for Red Lobster, Admiral's Feast and biscuits.